Welcome guys back to the channel. It's your guy Mighty Gideon. So this is an account of $9 given to me by an investor, and I'll be going it from $9 to $900 trading forex step by step, and I'll be showing you how I'm doing it so that you can follow this same step and also grow your small account to a mighty height. I'm showing you this so that you can also take your trades and know that in trading what you need is just the right strategy and the right skill, and you can go and scale up any small account to something very massive. And if you watch, you can see this is XAUSD gold versus United States dollar, and if you watch, price is currently at a very strong zone at that very point, because if you watch, you can see that there's a very big rejection that price created there in the past. The price have reached a very strong zone that rejected at that very point, and if you zoom in there, you see that there was a very strong zone that is showing that there was a pullback from that level. So currently now in this very point, the market reached there and pulled back there in the past. And also, so currently, since the price have done there, it will in this period of time there will be a pullback from that very level. That's what this scenario is showing me. And also, this is what you can also do to replicate and take your trades to something very massive. And also, this is an account of $9. So currently you'll be taking on a sniper entry. If you want, that's a very strong resistance level at that very point that the price must reject from, and the price will fail to break that level this period of time that I'm entering my trades at this very point. So currently we'll be taking our trades now and trying our best to go into something very massive, entering a sell at this very point, and entered 3 sales at this very point. Let's watch and see what XUSD has for us. I'm expecting a strong pullback from that very level. And note, when I'm trading a small account, the more capital I accumulate, I'll increase my lot size, and I'm scaling it up step by step till I reach my target. And also, if you watch, you can see the trade is currently selling down from our key zone, and currently we're up in profit, and I'm closing all trades in profit. And at this very point, we are up in $12.63 at this very point. I'm going it step by step to show you what I'm showing you, and for you to take your trades too and make huge profit. I told you from that very point, the trade must pull back there, and the trade did as you said. The price pull back at that very point. And also, if you want, the price have pulled back there, but most times when the trade is pulling back, it also pull back and retrace and also continue pulling back at that very point. If you watch it, I can see that there is a very strong slight support level that the trade have currently rejected from. And if you watch, you can see that there was a very strong support level the trade have currently rejected from, which will bring this trade to buy further for a short period of time. I'm expecting the trade to buy further from that very level to a short period of time. So currently from there, I'm mapping out that very zone. There's a very strong zone there that is showing me that the price retested in the past. The price retested there in the past, and currently I'm expecting the trade to just pull up there at that very point, because at the very point we'll be scalping our trades to make profit at that very point. The trade is going to buy further from that very level. That's what I'm seeing. And also, if I bring out this my tool, I'll measure that very strong point as a very strong support level at that very point. And also, if I measure that above level, that's a very strong resistance level that is showing at this very point. So currently, we're expecting the trade to buy further at that very point. This is what the trade is showing us, pump and blend. So currently, we enter our buys, and as I'm trading, don't be watching how I'm identifying where the trade is going to at a specific period of time. Immediately we enter our buy, the trade will buy. Immediately we enter our sell, the trade will sell. This is because we are showing you what the price is doing at the real period of time. And also, if you watch, you can see that this trade is currently buying further at this very point. This trade is currently buying further and giving us huge profit. We see the trade is going to buy further from that very point. At that very point, the trade is buying, and I'm closing our trade in profit. At this very point, we're currently up in $17.04 at that very point. We entered the buy from that very period of time, and the trade bought further and gave us huge profits as we said. as you said, the price respected our setup. The price always respected our setup to a mighty height. That's what the price did at that very point. And currently, we are doing this. We are scalping to gather our capital because the little profit we are gathering, that is what will make us to increase our lot size and our trades and give us our profits for us to reach our targets very quick. And if you watch, this time is 8:35 a.m. at that very point. So watch me as I'm tuning the account. At least before 1 o'clock, I'll be done with this challenge. And also, if you note, today is NFP. NFP is by 1:30. So before 1:30, I'll be done because we'll be doing NFP too. So if you watch, you can see there's a very strong support level at that very point. This is BTC USD. And also, there's a very strong support level that they were testing in the past, and currently it pulled back there. That's a very strong support level. And also, if you watch, there's a very strong resistance level that is showing above that level. Let me map it out for you. This is a very strong resistance level showing above that level, and the trade have currently broken out from that resistance level. The price which in the past we tested, with the resistance level, we tested the support level, and currently it has broken out from that very level at that very point. So whenever a trade break out from a very strong resistance level, is a continuation in bullish momentum. So currently from here, BTCUSD is going to keep buying from this very point. BTCUSD is going to keep buying from this very point. So we'll be entering our buys now for the trade to buy further and give us huge profit at that very point. So at this very point, I'm entering my buys now for the trade to buy further. This is a sniper entry. We will be entering at this very point for the trade to buy and give us huge profits ASAP. Watch this very video step by step, and as you're watching, take notes. And also, if you watch this very point, you see we are currently up in profits, and at this very point, the trade is currently buying for. So guys, currently the trade is currently buying further and giving us huge profit at this very point. And currently, the trade is currently buying further, and if you watch the chart, you can see that this very trade is currently pulling further in our overall analysis at this very point. So currently from here, I'll be closing out trades in profit, close up position at this very point. And currently we are up in $23.47 at this very point, a mighty height. If you watch, the trade expected our setup at this very point. The market broke out from our overall zone, and the trade is currently buying further. So we close our trades, and we're currently up in $23.47. We're gathering capital so we can enter our next trade and increase our lot size to something very massive. So guys, at this very point, with a balance of $23.47 at this very point, we'll be taking our next trade. And if you watch, you can see that there was a very big zone. If you watch, you can see that there was a very big zone and a price rejection from there in the past. There's a very big zone that the trade tested there in the past. In the past, the market returned we tested there, but we tested there, currently rejected. So I'm expecting now to buy further from this very point. So currently from here, I've increased my lot size to 0.02 loss. So I've entered my buys now from this very point. I've entered my buys because this point is what they call a sniper entry. At this very point, a mighty height. This trade is going to buy further and give us huge profits at this very point. And currently, I'll be giving out the signals to my VIPs to enter the trade and buy XUSD now to a mighty height. So let's see what XUSD has for us at this very point. So these are the trades we entered at the 346.3 at this very point. Let's see what XUSD has for us. So I'm going to my VIPs to buy XAU USD 3370 at this very point. Mighty height you go. In my VIP signals, we do take our trades, we take it to a mighty height. Anytime we drop signals, the trade will respect everything. I'm giving us huge profit to something very much. I've told my BIP signals that they should buy XUSD just now. So guys, note, whenever a trade reach a very key zone, the trade must buy more 100 pips. Whenever a trade have reached an overall support level, if you watch it, this very point here is an overall support level. This overall support level here, a trade must buy 100 pips. So 100 pips is certain. So from here, this trade is at 33 the trade started buying from 33 43. It's going to buy to 3353. It's certain. It's going to reach there and it's certain. So that is the reason why I give out the signals to my VIPs. I only give out signals on the trade I take. Any trade I take that is very that will give huge profit, I give that to my signals. They take and make huge profit to a mighty height. So this is what I see what XUSD has for us. So guys, the trade is currently buying and giving us some profits. It's currently rejecting on a sniper entry from our key zone at this very point. We're just seeing some rejections and profits at this very point. Let's watch and see massive profit to your mighty height. So guys, if you watch, this trade is currently buying further from this very point. It's currently pulling up from this very point, rejecting to the upside. And currently the VIPs, both my trade, the VIPs are in profit. They are in massive profits. They buying massively from our key zone. Currently buying massively and giving us huge profits at this very point. So currently we are massive profits. We are currently up. I'm closing our trade in profit at this very point. You can see the trade we took at this very point. You entered a buy from this very point. Our exit zone was where the trade started buying from. And also, if you watch in the past, you can see that there was a very big strong rejection at this very point. The trade reached in the past and sold down massively. Thereby, whenever this trade reaches again, it's going to still sell down at this very point because of this sniper entry. This trade that rejected at this very point here. If you watch in the past, the trade reached here in the past at this very point and currently sold down massively. So currently, if you watch here, you can see that this trade have currently pulled up to that zone. So I'm putting it to sell down massively, to sell down at this very point. That's what I'm expecting this trade to do at this very point. So guys, the trade we took is currently selling down massively from our key zone. So currently from here, I'm closing our trade in profit, close up position at the very point. And currently we're up in $129.37 at this very point. So guys, at this very point, I'll be taking my next trade with a balance of $129.37 at this very point. I'm taking my next trade to a mighty height. If you watch, you can see that in the past, the trade have currently rejected to almost our entry point at this very point. And also, if you watch here in the past, you can see that there was a very big setup here in the past. The trade reached here in the past from this very point. You can see a very sniper entry at this very point. You can see what the trade did here. You can see this rejection here. It trade reached in the past, we tested and currently tapped in here, sold down massively. And when the trade breaks out from an overall zone, you're going to pull up at this very point. That's what I'm expecting this trade to do. You can see it have almost pulled down to this overall zone, touching this rejection, which I'm expecting it to buy further from this very point. That is what I'm expecting, and that is what the analysis is showing me at this very point. So currently from here, I'm taking my next trade. I've entered my buys now from this very point for the trade to buy further and give us huge profits at this very point. So currently we'll be entering our buys with 0.10 lot size at this very point. We're entering our buys with 0.10 lot size. I'm entering 5 buys at this very point. I'm entering 5 buys at this very point. So 1 to 12, these 5 trades, and we are entering on a buy. I'm expecting the trade to buy further and give us huge profits at this very point to a mighty height. So this is what I see what XUSD has for us at this very point. This is what I see what XUSD has for us. So when you're watching my videos, you'll be following the steps step by step on how I'm taking my trades so that you can take your trades too and make huge profits. The reason why I'm doing this my videos is to try to show you that you too can do it. If I can do it, you too can do it. When I my trades, you can also take your trades too and make huge profits to a mighty height. So currently from here, I'm expecting it to pull up to this overall zone at this very point. That's what I'm anticipating at this very point. Let's watch and see what XUSD has for us to a mighty height. So guys, the trade is currently floating in profit and I'm closing out trades in profit, close up positions at this very point. And currently we are up in $247.22 and today is currently today is NFP news and currently we're up in $247.22 at this very point in mighty heights. Let's watch and see what XUSD has for us, and I'll be taking my trades to something very massive. A balance of $247.22 at the very point. Today is NFP and currently these trades have been buying for long, because when you're trading you need to understand the psychology of different people. You need to trade differently. This trade have been buying for a long period of time and a lot of people are in buys, and currently we are going to be selling this very trade because NFP will sell down massively. I'm entering sales now first. We're entering sales with 0.10 lot size. I'll be entering sales because I'm expecting the NFP to sell down massively. The trade have been buying for a long period of time. So at this very point, buyers are very active on this trade, but because of a lot of people have been buying throughout the week, the trade have been buying for long. So NFP is going to sell down massively, and I'm anticipating NFP to sell down to at least to reach this point, psychological point of 2307. That is what I'm expecting this trade to do. That's what I'm expecting NFP to do at this very point. We are trading NFP live and direct on this my challenge to a mighty height. So we are live on NFP now. We are expecting the trade to sell down massively from this very zone. We are expecting NFP to sell down massively at this very point. We are live. NFP is selling down massively. We have probably very challenge to a mighty height. So guys, if you watch, the trade we took on NFP sold down massively from this very point, and the trade sold down massively and gave us huge profit at this very point. And currently we are up in $1,405.08 at this very point. Probably very challenging to a mighty height. See you in our next video. Peace out. And if you want to join my VIP signals, daily signals to trade and make huge profits, if you want to join my academy to learn the almighty strategy, and if you want account management to a mighty height, you can contact me by the link below in this very video.